Okay, who is a volunteer? Have you ever asked this question to yourself? Have you ever wondered what does this word volunteer mean? So who is a volunteer? A person who offers help without being asked for help. A person who is ready to contribute without even someone coming and asking to him for it. Who is self-motivated, who is inspired from within. That person is a volunteer. However, while you are a volunteer, while you are involved in volunteering activities, some challenges could come. There could be some phases, there could be a time when your inspirational motivation goes down. It could be due to different factors. It is quite possible that you get put off because someone said something. But a true volunteer is one who doesn't expect any appreciation or reward. If lack of being appreciated or lack of being rewarded puts your motivation down, then there is something lacking here. Then you are not a true volunteer. So a few years ago, Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji, he designed a volunteer training program, or which is also called as a pre-teachers training program. He designed a volunteer training program to take into account all these challenges a volunteer could face in their volunteering activities and how these could be fine-tuned. So let us see what different aspects the volunteer training program addresses. Why should one do the volunteer training program? Yeah. The first is commitment. Very often we have seen in our life, we have taken commitments regarding our own habits, regarding certain good things that we need to do in life, regarding certain bad things that we need to stop doing in our life, regarding our professional life, regarding our commitment to our friends, our commitment to society. There are so many different kinds of commitments which we keep taking in life, and there are so many of them we keep breaking in our life. So how to maintain our commitment, how to maintain the force of our commitment. In the volunteer training program, you become aware of a higher purpose behind your life. And when your commitment has the backing, has the momentum of that higher purpose, the commitment draws strength and it is able to sustain. Second aspect, the integrity. Integrity, I mean, whatever I am showing to the world, am I that same within, or am I showing something else and I am something else inside? What is my integrity? When I go to sleep in the night, does my conscience prick me about something wrong that I have done, some cheating that I have done, some manipulation that I have done? Or can I sleep peacefully in the night? That is integrity. This integrity comes from the different sadhana that we do. In the volunteer training program, sadhana is given a lot of priority and the quality of our sadhana enhances. When the quality of the sadhana enhances, when there is more depth in the sadhana, that brings more and more integrity to our personality, to our character. Having an authority to report to. Now, to be able to follow someone is a great quality. And let me tell you one thing. If you want to be a good leader, you must first know how to be a good follower. Only a person who is a good follower can be a good leader. If you are not a good follower, you cannot be a good leader too. So, a volunteer needs to be trained to be able to play both these roles. When you are supposed to follow, how do you need to conduct yourself with your leader? And when you get the opportunity to lead, what should be your conduct with your juniors? If you are an expert in both these, then you are a good volunteer. Okay, I'm sure you must have heard of people making comments like, oh, have you met this person? He's a great volunteer. He's a very strong volunteer. Now, what does the word strong volunteer mean? Where does this strength come from? The strength of a volunteer comes from the challenges he is ready to willingly face. When a challenge is thrown at you, sometimes life throws challenges at you. Sometimes there are certain opportunities you create for yourself. And if there is a challenging opportunity, what comes in your mind first? What is the impulse of the mind? Is it a yes or is it no? More often than not, it is a yes. But on second thoughts, does the yes continue or a no pops up immediately? And even if the no pops up, is the no able to overpower the yes? Or is the yes able to overpower the no? This is the difference between a strong volunteer and a weak volunteer. A strong volunteer is the one who is able to be with the yes and go ahead with the yes and complete that challenge, complete that task. The training in the volunteer training program is so powerful that things which one thought for oneself were never my cup of tea start becoming a routine. You start finding yourself doing all those things which earlier you felt were impossible for you. You automatically start moving beyond the boundaries which you had, drawn yourself by your own limited understanding. A true volunteer never expects any appreciation or reward. Whether I am appreciated for my volunteering effort or not, if I am able to still maintain my enthusiasm in volunteering, then I am a true volunteer. Because I don't need any motivation from outside. I am self-motivated. I am inspired. I don't need someone to praise me or someone to give me a medal, someone to give me an award for the volunteering that I am doing. A very important aspect of volunteering is gratitude. When your volunteering is an expression of the gratefulness that you feel for what you have received from nature, from life, from society, from your guru, from your teachers, from the organization that you belong to, then you start deriving so much joy from your volunteering that you then do not need any reason to volunteer. In spite of all this, times could come when something inside you, maybe your strength starts wavering. So here the volunteer training program comes to the rescue. The volunteer training program empowers you with knowledge. And in the volunteer training program, you have so many other volunteers from different areas, from different parts of the city where you belong to, or from different cities. And good friends, people who are in the sadhana, seva and satsang, people who are connected to the guru, people who are on the spiritual path. This is good company. So it is knowledge and good friends who come to the rescue if at all you start wavering from within and things start falling apart, if you start feeling that there is something shaking inside. It is knowledge and good friends that has come to the rescue and again, re-strengthen the foundation on which you can further continue your volunteering efforts.